Hello 10th standard. Welcome to our English digital class and our today's lesson is 1.6 The Alchemy of Nature. So, this is an inspiring article written by Raksha Bharadia. She's the one who has written this article. And in this article, she describes her close experience with different features of nature and the wonderful lesson in life that she has learned from nature. And she wants us also to get inspired, motivated, and learn from the nature. So let's see what is this alchemy of nature. Now, the word alchemy. Alchemy means mysterious power or magic that can change things. See, students, our universe is full of the alchemy, that is, the mysterious power or magic that can change the things. We can also call it as Kudrat ka Karishma, right? There are so many things, and many times we wonder how nature changes, who changes the nature, how this change is done in the leaves, in the stone, in the water, in the sky, all around us. So, this is all alchemy. Okay, the mysterious power is there behind it. So, let's see what this article by Raksha tells us. So, we will learn many good things from this lesson, students. Alchemy of nature. Now, she has introduced her article with one short poem of William Blake. Let's see what this poem tells us. To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour by William Blake. Now see the explanation is given there. Over here, William Blake want to tell us that sometimes as a as tiny as a grain of sand can spark off an idea of imagination of a huge significance to the world. Means even from a small or minute thing we can get greater ideas, okay, which will ignite our life. One can witness and experience the beauty of heaven in something as wild as as small as wildflower, or derive joy forever from a wildflower. Even wildflowers are very beautiful, students, so we get joy forever. Only one should have the eyes and time to see it. So every minute thing in this universe has beauty hidden in it. Only we need the eyes and the time to see it, the vision. Infinity is endless space, but your small palm can hold the destiny of earth through your efforts. Now, here, what he wants to tell us that we can have everything is there in our own hand, the whole world is there in our own hand. Eternity is endless time, but just as an hour in your life can make a change to the world forever, great deeds can surpass the limit of time and space, but they never die. They are eternity, means they are forever. Okay, they are of surpass. Surpass means they cannot exceed. So let's start. We instinctively turn towards the outdoor activities and nature as a way of relaxing and enhancing our well-being. Students, we for holidays or when we are very much stressed, we go on a holiday. Where we go on a holiday? Towards the nature. Now people come to Lonavala. Why they come to Lonavala? Because here Beautiful nature is there, fresh air is there. They feel very fresh because nature soothes and nurtures us. It soothes us. Soothes us means what? It keeps us calm. It relaxes us. It even nurtures us. Means it takes care of us. Nature has lot of power, students. Nature fulfills and even it motivates. Nature whispers. Whispers means what? Keeps on telling us something quietly and even demands things. Are you listening? Right? In the same way, what the William Blake poem is there, that you need the vision and the time. Right? So, nature is telling us something, whispering, talking us something, commanding something from us. But you need those ears and that vision to enjoy that. When I do, it leaves me in complete awe. Means I am surprised when I see all this from the nature, when I hear the whispering of the nature. We have hibiscus plant in a garden. Now they have a now here different examples are given that how nature is helping us to learn or inspiring us from their example. The first example is about the hibiscus plant. We have a hibiscus plant in a garden every fortnight. Fortnight means after every 15 days. Okay. Every fortnight, a flower blooms on it, big and bright and tender, nice, fresh. Okay. Through the day, it smiles with the sun and dances with the wind. But as the evening approaches, what happened when the evening approach? What happened to the hibiscus plant flower? Have you all seen this? Okay, it starts wilting. Means nice, the day, full day it has bloomed, but then it starts closing, it starts getting dry. The morning after, it withers completely. It gets dried, students. All wrinkles are there. And by evening, that is the next evening, it falls and becomes one with the earth again. It falls down from it loses its beauty. It falls down from the plant and it gets mixed up in the sand, that is earth again. Right? But have the flower stopped blooming? The flower knows, students, that he has life only for one day, but he lives his life to the fullest. Full splendor is he gives beauty to the people. He doesn't be sad that I have life only for one day. I'll be sad. I'll be what I'll do. What will happen next? But it is only dancing with the sun, enjoying the earth, spreading beauty all over. This is what we can learn from this hibiscus plant flower. The flower comes to life only for one day, yet it does so in full splendorous. What if we too lived our life, however short, to its fullest? Right, students? The second example here given is about we went to a rocky beach and saw a spread of majestic ocean and the rocks alongside, carved, sculpted, and shaped by the water. The water is so gentle. Now, here, see the beach, and along the beach, there are stones which have turned into round shape. Okay, now who must have changed this to round shape? Somebody came and gave them a shape? No, it's the water. Okay, the water is so gentle, the rock is so hard. Yet, as the water flows over it every day, what happens? Every day the water is flowing on the rocks for years, and then the rocks gives in, and then they give their sharp pointed life and becomes smooth. It takes the shape that the water commands. Our problems are so colossal. You know, we think that our problems are so big, very massive. Nobody has so problems like what we have. We think in that way, students. We have that thinking. But yet we should persist. See, the rock is so hard, but the water, being gentle, is turning the life of of the stone and making the stone smooth, right? So give time for everything, students. Don't lose hope anywhere. Now, the next example here is we saw small bits of grass peeping through the small cracks in a concrete pavement. Okay, on the concrete footpath or a road, they saw a grass coming out. And from that, what we can learn? It left us thinking, however impossible things may look, there is always an opening. Sometimes you get stuck in some problem, students. You think the life is over now finished, we cannot survive. Now I'm going to get ruined and all. It is not that way. See, from the concrete made of cement, which is so hard, even they has cracks, and through that crack also they can find a way to come out, like those grass. See here how the grass has come out, and here we have a beautiful flower also coming out. So nothing is permanent, students. Okay. Then next we saw a tree bare of all leaves in the cold winter month. You know, all the leaves were shedding out. We thought its chapter was over. They thought that the tree is dead now. Nothing will happen. It will not bloom again. But 3 months passed. Spring sets in, and tree was back to its green, majestic once again, full of leaves, flowers, birds, and life. What if we too had the convictions that, however difficult things, okay, conviction means a very strong belief that however difficult things are right now, it will not remain forever. It is going to change. Time is medicine here, students. For any problem, time is medicine. Remember, this too shall pass away. The next we have the example as we saw an army of ants lugging a fly, which was at least 10 times the ant size. Have you all seen ants carrying food on their head? Okay, how they carry the food? The food is larger than their size, but still they carry. Why so? Because the ants organize themselves around the fly, lifted it on the frail fillers. You know how their fillers are very frail, means very weak they are, right? And carried it to a quite a distance. And what shows about the ant there, students? Their teamwork and perseverances. Perseverance means they are continuous efforts. They don't leave things in the middle, students. They keep on trying. Though the food particle or the fly must be falling for 10 times, but 10 times they will pick it up and go and keep it on the place. They will achieve their goal. Their teamwork and perseverance were impressive. What if we too are consistent, organized, and focused? See now, after your 10th standard, you will need this sentence very well. So be consistent, organized, means we have to be well planned, students, and focused on your aim or your future life, students. So, lot of things the nature is teaching us, students. The next example here is about the spider's webs. Now, spiders' webs are delicate. Have you all seen that? So thin thread it is, right? Yet very strong. You can see a big fly or a butterfly, very large. it gets stuck in it. Okay, but it is very strong. So you should not underestimate anyone. Everyone is strong at their own place there. Then we have the example of a rainbow. Now, rainbow, it completely colors the whole sky. Oyster. Now, oyster. What is oyster? Oyster takes a grain of a sand in its shell, right? And open up with a beautiful pearl, students. Right or no? So even a particle of a sand can turn into a pearl. Why can't you change your life? If you feel your life is nothing, you can change the life to a very beautiful life, right? It's everything is in your hand, in your palm, students. Innumerable stars shine across the infinite sky. Clouds take the shape of take a shape with every passing moment. The wind makes trees dance with unhindered passion. Water, without hint of ego, changes it from according to the dictates of the sun and the wind. The water is flowing how the wind is taking. Does it have its ego? No, I will not flow from you. No, I will not do this. Because they have their ego. The people who have egos, they will never bend in front of others. And if you don't bend or don't adjust in your life, you will be finished, students. You have to adjust according to people, according to the situation, always. Next, we have the example when we see a caterpillar turn into a butterfly, a flower turn into a fruit, right? We experience the alchemy of nature, the mystery hidden in nature. We experience that. We touch it and become gold ourselves. Nice lesson, no, students? I hope you must have learnt many things from this lesson, students. And I want you all to get motivated, to get inspired, and learn so many things from this lesson. You look around yourself and you always think that your own life is better than the others. Thank God for everything that He has given you. Every day, thank Him. And today's situation is like that, is such a horrible situation that you have to get motivated, inspired. Do not lose hope, students. Okay? I hope you all have understood this. Now, what we learn from rainbow, caterpillar, hibiscus flower, rocks, bit of grass, bare trees, and water. What special features and values we have learned. I have given this in the chart, a picture of the chart. So, students, thank you. I hope you all have understood the chapter very well. Complete the notes and I will give you the worksheet next time. Thank you.